That's an entrance. Well, welcome to Big Brother's bit on the side. Let's get straight to the point and see who else is actually on the bill tonight. He's our resident class clown. It's actual man boy, Matt Richardson. Next up is one half of BB power couple, Stevie Lee, and a newly married man. Give it up for Stephen Good. And whipping these lads into shape, it's only Dame Judy James on the panel. And finally, let's hope our next guest isn't stuck in a time warp, because it's time warp. You get, yeah. It's the one and only Christopher Biggins. I'm really. Where's Biggins? He's Hi, Charlie. How are you? I love having you. Good to see you. How could he be? Now, listen, very quickly, Stephen, congratulations on marrying Kimberly. They got married. You took her right out the aisle last month, didn't you?
I certainly did.
All good? All good?
All good, fantastic.
Is she well?
She's well. She can't be here tonight.
I know she can't, but send her our love, wouldn't you?
We certainly will.
And listen, you know, we've had a little whip round. Like I said, when people get married, you've got to give them a present, haven't you?
Oh, God.
So, here is a £5 voucher for the Box Bar. Just for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Happy wedding
to you. Thank you.
Don't drink it
look
all
at
at
that.
once. Right, let's...
Fabulous.
I lost count of the number of times I actually said egg, which is quite funny because there's no eggs. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? So, Biggins.
Yes, sir.
Main question of the night: should Joel been allowed to bake his cake?
Yeah, of course he should have done. How dare they forbid him from not baking that cake?
Mary Berry would have been fuming. Fuming.
He is Mary Berry's love child.
Do you know what? Allegedly, we can't neither confirm nor deny that actual rumour. Matt, do you think the twins were right to hide their share of the eggs?
No. It's trivial, isn't it? But I guess, of course, they're kind of precious about sharing eggs because they had to share an egg in the womb. So they're always going to be funny about it, aren't they?
Yeah, I reckon it is a twin thing, do you think?
Yeah. We finally got our own eggs, yes!
Yes, we've got eggs! Stephen, did you resort to hiding food when you were in there?
I think wine only, actually.
Just the thing.
Yeah, no, I actually think, I understand from a housemate's perspective why they did it, but it's a bit extreme. Let the guy bake a cake, for God's sake.
Oh, come on, it's a Victoria
He's bored
sponge.
shitless. It's not exactly the most exciting house in the world at the moment, is it?
Yeah.
He wants to bake a cake, let him do it.
I mean, that could have been the highlight of the series. We just
Absolutely. Joel's cake baking.
Yeah, we would have never have known. Judy, how important is it? And we say it every single year, food is currency, rah, rah, rah. How important is it for housemates to have their own bit of food?
I mean, number one, it changes your emotional state, so it puts them in a state of stress when they actually get hungry and they reckon they're all hungry and they're now. And that makes them very irritable. But also it's used as a power trade-off as well, because Joel had to go and ask everybody, is it all right if I use these eggs? And what happened with the twins? Suddenly, you know, these twins who'd done nothing up until now turned into these absolute tyrants. And so we suddenly saw them flexing their power muscles just over a couple of eggs.
Tensions were high during the task when the housemates discovered what the public really thought, what you lot really thought of them. Jade was voted most superficial. So, Biggins, why do you think the public voted her most superficial?
Well, fun enough, my theory on it is all the contestants in the house don't understand the words. Because I think they got it all wrong. Do you know what I mean? I think what we should do is tomorrow give them a dictionary, so when they're asked to explain something...
Send Susie Dent in, dictionary column.
Yeah, exactly. And you can find out because they got it all wrong.
They just didn't really know what was going on.
They didn't really know what was going on, what the words meant, and I think that shows how boring they all are.
It's right.
Can I just
I'm not
say...
materialistic, you know, that's a different thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we should do a little fast forward in time and send Biggins in.
Yeah!
Good happen. Oh, listen, Eileen thinks that the polyamorous chat may have thrown a few people. So, Stephen, what do you make of that? Do you think that's why people thought she's quite superficial?
I think with Jade, the problem that I have with her is she's very much, you know, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I like guys, I like girls, but she hasn't really shown us any of that. She's sort of, you know, even when Danny was sort of getting upset when he was doing that task earlier this week, when he sort of had that wedding, she was very sort of like giving him a kiss and a cuddle, and she sort of acted like a mother in that task.
Yeah.
We're not seeing that kind of sexual Jade come through that she's portrayed. And I think Eileen's got a point. I think that has affected her, and I think that's why the public got it spot on. I think she is, you know, what they've said that she is.
Matt, what do you think? Do you agree?
I think she's really cold. I think that's my big thing with her. Like, she's, you know, all about open love and all that, but actually she just gives nothing of herself. And when she talks to people, there's no warmth or anything there. So I do agree. I think.
Well, Jade actually said herself that she's the least materialistic, and the public don't know her well enough. So how well do we know Jade? Oh, go on, girl, you leopard, go on.
Well, she talks herself up. I think she knows herself, girl. I really do.
Know yourself, little girl, as Aisling once said. Giving your best, Aisling, there. Go on, Rob.
It's all bravado. If you don't know the difference between materialistic and what the public voted her to be, I mean, sorry, go buy yourself a chair.
Come by a chair, a little casual chair. Let's quickly move on to Adjoa. She was left a bit shocked by some of the results as well. She received the honours, should we say, of most selfish and most untrustworthy. Begins, why did she get them?
Well, I think it's a little early to say she's untrustworthy. I don't think anything's come out about that, but I think... what was the other one? Jealous?
Most selfish and most untrustworthy.
I think she's definitely selfish. I think she's out for her own end. And I think she's, if you pardon the expression, but I do think she's very selfish.
You do?
Yeah, but untrustworthy, I don't know whether it's too early to say.
We can't really judge that so far,
No,
can
it's
we?
too early.
Matt, do you think she can turn it round before Friday?
I think she's one of the cleverer ones in there. Like,
Really?
I think, to begin with, I really didn't like her. I thought that she had nothing about her. But as it goes on, like, I think she knows what she's doing, and she knows when she's rubbing people up the wrong way and making people feel uncomfortable. So I think she's probably the smartest there is at the moment.
I just want to quickly talk about Aaron quickly, because he's quite concerned about how he's coming.
Glad you did it.
Harry's
for
being
God's
perceived.
sake.
He's topped the polls for most stupid and most fake. So
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, Biggins has answered. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think he's fake.
You're all right, darling. You looked a bit startled there. Nice little place of that.
I think he's fake, but he doesn't realise. I think that's just who he is. He doesn't realise he's fake. but
So does
he
that
is.
make him fake? Or does that make him
I don't
himself?
know.
I don't
I
think...
think he's come across as stupid as well from the whole not being able to handle his drink sort of thing.
I
Yeah,
don't
I don't
think
think that
he's
helps,
fake. I just think that he has no personality, and that's why he has to drink a bottle of wine to be interesting.
Really?
Yeah,
So
he's
do you
just,
agree
he's got
with this lot?
nothing to say. Like, he's not fake because there's nothing to hide. That's just a super... He's a shell of a man.
And don't forget, he's got to cry to cry. He's got to drink to cry even more. God.
That's why he stretches all of his words out for so long, because he's got nothing to actually say. So he has to say it really lengthily.
Well, let's move on to Sarah, because she actually made the top three in quite a few of the categories, including most untrustworthy and most fake. So, Stephen, were you surprised that she's up there?
I'm not surprised, but I have to say I really like Sarah. And
Yeah?
the reason why I like Sarah is because I think she's gone in that house, and her nominations, when I heard the words come out of her mouth, I'm nominating, but tactically, I thought, oh no, here we go again, someone playing the game. But what she actually said made sense about Nick. She was voting for Nick, and her sort of methodology behind it made sense.
But let me ask you this: would she have done that in the diary room?
I don't know. I think she probably
Know
would
what I
have.
mean?
I
Know
don't
what I
know. I
mean?
think she. And I understand your point. You've got a valid point, but I do think she probably
you,
would have done
Stephen.
that. She is straight up Sarah, and I tell you something. What I hope and I pray the public don't do is vote her out, because if they do, I think we've lost an incredible housemate this year.
Well, talking of incredible housemates, she was voted the most attractive female in the house. Begin, do you think the other girls might turn on her a bit because of that?
Funny enough, I don't want to keep on by saying it's early days. I mean, I do think she is the most attractive. I think she's a very,
stunning.
very
She's a stunning girl.
And I was pleased she won that result. But I don't think anybody. I suppose the only one was Jade was a bit sort of
Put out a bit.
Yes, I think she thought
Shocked.
Shocked,
Yeah.
yes,
Very
exactly.
shocked.
I think she thought she was up for that
You
award.
don't think that's going to go against her in
I
the
don't
house?
think so, because I think people like her, funnily enough.
Yeah?
I think I think Sarah is, at the moment, likeable.
Well,
yeah,
someone who definitely does like her is Danny. We're having that sort of will they, won't they. Quickly down the panel, will they, won't they? Matt?
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, they will.
Quick
Steve?
prediction. I don't think anyone's realised it, but I honestly think there's sexual chemistry between Christian and Sarah. Because Sarah said the other day that she was attracted to Christian. It's the only thing holding her back is the age.
Yeah.
So I actually think in that house, being in there, trust me, something's
think
going to go
Christian?
down. Something.
Judy? Will they, won't they?
I think Sarah's too smart.
So she don't think she will? Biggins?
Well, it's a shame she doesn't, because Danny's the hottest thing in there.
Maybe that question should be Biggins and Danny.
Absolutely hot totty, and he can come and build for me any day.
Oh, I bet he can. Give him a round of applause. I like that. He likes the builder. Time for a quick break, but stay tuned for some tribal talk with Dame Judy James. Plus, if you've been dying to know how big, like Biggins, Danny's digger really is, you're in the right place, because you might find out. But first up, the triple threat that's Eileen, Sarah and Ajoa are in the firing line. But who goes? Here's all the numbers. This week, Ajoa, Eileen and Sarah all face the public vote. Who goes? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. For Ajoa, add 02. For Eileen, add 07. For Sarah, add 14. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50 pence. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote via the Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. If you're watching on catch-up after that or outside the UK, please don't vote. Votes cast after lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Have been forged and the battle lines have been drawn, and we're only just 1 week in. In just a moment, me and this one are going to be getting all medieval on the sofa. But first, let's have a look at how the housemates have gone all tribal. Get up! Get up! Get up!
He's just like got it in for me for some reason. Christian! Come here!
If you go, babe, I'm fucking horrified.
It's all in the wrist, baby.
Oh shit, that's for me, like, if I see a girl's arse.
Ass and like pussy.
Always curving, you know.
Bitch.
Don't talk to me like that.
You little bitch.
You're so rude.
I need fucking 2 minutes myself at these fucking cameras. Fuck me.
Just been pretty lost, been on my own, not got many friends.
I know I'm old, but I don't feel old. I'm made differently to you lot.
Listen, can we give it up for Dame Judy James, please? Judy. Now, Jude, why have I gone all tribal? What's going on?
Because we're looking at Game of Power. We're looking at the power factions in the house.
Okay.
I picked out 6 different factions, not according to who's friends with who, but who's got the strong power base and where it's all moving to. And
Like the
that
house
means
dynamics.
It might kick off next week. Slightly different. It's hierarchy, pecking order, and threats.
Well, let's get up. Let's have a look. Here, I've got you a little stick to move stuff around. Right, come then. What we got then?
Okay.
Don't. Start.
So we're going to start at the top, clearly. We've got Queen Sarah.
Oh, okay.
Now, she's clearly on the throne at the moment, not literally, but she's got the most power. And I think we've been missing some of it. She's actually very much a mother of the house. She's doing the cooking, the cleaning. She's also bossing them around. And they really need her in that role.
Okay. So
she's undisputed queen of the house at the moment.
So the house aware she's the queen bee at the minute?
Yes, they are, and that's why Jack kicked off. He did his little speech a bit too late where he said, we really need her, they do, because they're only able to behave as they are because she's in control at the top.
Do you think they're
there.
regretting putting her up for nomination?
I think they are, and I think certain people are after her throne.
What do you think? They are, well, I agree. Right, let's move on.
Then we go down to House Amazon.
Okay.
These should be the secondary layer of power base. They should actually all get on with one another. They should be feisty. The only ones that are coming through as most feisty at the moment are Amy and Sally, but they're very much protecting the Queen up there at the moment. If they fall out, we've got problems.
Are they protecting the Queen, or are they waiting to maybe take the Queen?
No. There's somebody else waiting to take the Queen's position.
Oh! Kieran!
Kieran has suddenly become very paternal. Did you see the way that he started telling them off? Yeah. The way he said, come in here, sit down. He's suddenly taken the very much the paternal role. Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
So then we've got the young princes, very strong power base over here. Aaron and Joel, not so much Joel, but certainly Aaron. Aaron is probably the most manipulative housemate in there, and he manipulates like any
They'll clap anything, dude.
He's very much, he manipulates like a baby through tears, through tantrums, through sulks. And he goes to Mummy Sarah every time and she's indulging him, so that gives him a lot of power. So those two are bickering like two children.
They are
that gives them
bickering,
a very,
but I think it's quite safe to say, I can't speak for Aaron, but does one young prince maybe quite like the other? Do you reckon?
Could be. I mean, it's not as though Joel's a virgin or anything, is it?
Oh, well, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's move on to the House Geezer.
Speaking of virgins, actually, can we move Kieran over into
I'll bring him
House
back.
Geezer for the moment? House Geezer, not a lot of power with these three at the moment. They're just sitting it back, watching the women have all the power in the house, making out that they, if they felt like it, they could, and clearly they couldn't. So Danny's got the most power in that group. Christian's sort of like following up with his hero, but what always happens in Big Brother is that the powerful women will start, and I think particularly if Sarah goes, they'll start attacking one another, and these guys will just sit back and let that one run. They'll get voted out, and then these guys will start to get a little bit more power.
Oh, really? So, in fact, if this breaks down, we could see these ones move up towards the Queen status.
The minute you see that infighting kicking off there, and it won't be long because these two have just been activated in terms of...
Okay, all right.
Then we've got House Runts, and I don't mean that nastily. They should technically, in a normal hierarchy, be the runts of the litter, and they've been keeping them in that position. No, because they've been saying things like, oh, you're not common, and all those Jeremy Kyle references.
Like bringing up Jeremy Kyle. Leave Jezza alone.
Very much this lot trying to keep them in their place. But what's interesting, Jack has been voted as the most popular housemate outside. Harriet has also... And Harriet was also not only popular...
Oh, Jodie took me out then.
but voted as more beautiful than Jade. So those two, particularly, their power base is rising above where it should be. That's going to make them vulnerable, though, because they're all going to start trying to attack them.
Well, this is the thing. Obviously, Jack, Harriet, I know Danny as well, but we'll leave Danny out of this one at the minute. Jack, Harriet and Danny, they all got voted as the top three winners last week at the current stage. Do we think Harriet... I'm just playing devil's advocate here. If Sarah wasn't there, do we think Harriet would be secretly gunning for that position?
Well, interestingly enough, Harriet and Jack...
Oh, you'll clap her!
Harriet and Jack are both work as managers outside the house, so they've got good leadership skills that they're not being able to use because these see themselves as more powerful. But if Harriet does try and take over the house, she's going to be in real trouble because this lot will turn against her.
And what about Chloe? Chloe will just be left there?
Chloe, I haven't seen a lot of Chloe.
No.
I mean, I think we will see more of Chloe, but at the moment we're not. And then we've got the outsiders. I know everybody loves Nick, but he isn't like everybody else in that house. His body language is very strange. It singles him out quite well, as opposed to Eileen, who is a genuine outsider, who just hasn't really... She's well outside the rest of the bunch, and it's not to do with her age. It's to do...
So it's not to do with her age?
No.
Because I've got to say this, John McCririck, I don't know, it's one of them, isn't it? I don't know.
I wish he'd stop picking his nose, that's the only thing. And then giving a massage, which wasn't very nice.
Casual massage.
So, in a way, that should be the natural hierarchy and pecking order, but because Big Brother's put so many time bombs in there, it's moving around a lot. So what we've got are people who actually, if that house hadn't had any interruptions at all, Jack and Harriet probably would just been nice but slight, know that he's popular, but I think they're soothing inside. Jack's becoming a little bit more powerful in his approach, and I don't think they'll put up with that for very much longer.
This is what I said. I said it second day in, I think. Too much too soon?
Yes, and it's happened before. It's happened before.
I'm just going to say, it happened before. Wolfie. Remember Wolfie? People's princess, and then it went downhill, didn't it, for her?
Yeah, a little bit of overconfidence won't be what he needs at the moment, and unfortunately that's where I can see him going, which is a shame because I think he's a good character.
Listen, I've loved this. I've absolutely loved it. Give it up for Judy Jones. That was lovely. Just come on. Right, it's time now for today's news. Well, that was quick. I nearly went then, didn't I? I've only used it. At midday today, Amy, Danny and Eileen decided to take a bath. As you do. But it were not. It weren't bubbly and it was not relaxing because Big Brother had been up to his usual tricks again, and this tub was dark, scary and full of surprises, and there was no rubber ducks. Have a look.
Oh my God! I think it might be worms! No! They could just do it to any one of us.
Big Brother can now reveal that Amy was showered with maggots.
I've got to say, so this task is amazing. I actually went in earlier and saw the room. It is awful. It is awful. Make sure you tune into tomorrow night's main show to see how they get on. Now, listen, we all know Jack hasn't had much luck with the ladies, has he? But I know. But it seems it all could be changing for him because today he got a massage.
What tackers have you got, Nicky boy? I'm not tackers or that.
Oh, Nick, can you do me after?
Oh, Nicky boy.
Give me a massage.
You can have Nicky boy after. Nicky boy, you've got good fingers. Nicky boy.
Not really. You just have to get them.
Oh, Nicky boy. Nicky boy! Well, he seems to be quite enjoying it, but I know the perfect woman for our Jack. A woman who would love to massage that cutie pie. And it's not Cheryl, it's not Kylie, it's not even Kim Kardashian. Do you know who it is? Ashley!
Can someone give him my number? I want to give him my number for when he leaves, because, like, if he's a winner, so join 150 grand, virgin. I say that's good marriage material.
It could work out. I could be bridesmaid. What do you think? Look. It's not going to happen. But today, Danny the Builder showed us one of his hidden talents.
When I click my fingers, you will go into the kitchen and make my lunch.
You're fucking twat, isn't it? Yes! Woo! I'm going to fucking get him his tea.
I don't think that's going to work. Not going to work, is it? And listen, for yous at home who've been wondering, including Biggins, how big Demolition Danny's digger is, I asked him. Here's what he said. Oh, no. Sorry, Biggins. Sorry.
Is it gone? Oh, no.
Yeah. Don't worry. But listen, finally, we have got the most important news. I've got the most important news of the series so far because this actually happened today.
I hope so. I hope Ryland comes back in.
Wouldn't that be great if Ryland did a
I don't
cast
think the
with
big
us?
celebrity ones in.
No, but Ryland does come in because obviously he works on the show
Yeah.
and stuff, so it'd be great if Ryland came.
You like Ryland, don't you?
Yeah.
He's brilliant and he's funny.
Yes, I'd love him to come in. I'm not met
Because he's normal.
I'm not
Yeah,
met.
he just seems like I don't know. If it ever happened to me, like that's how I want to be.
Yeah.
Just normal, literally like day-to-day life, like just be nice to people and just normality.
Yeah, he's just a nice guy, funny
He is.
guy, clever guy as well.
Can you believe they called me normal? I mean, no. And listen, and talking of lovely people, you know, we had Gemma Collins on the other night. She is she is one of the nicest. What? You've got a clip of what? No, she wouldn't. Play it then, play it. I don't believe you, play it.
Yeah, I'm on that BB's bit on the side tonight. You know that Rylan? You know the one he thinks has got like the best tan in Essex, the best teeth, the best brows, the best hair. I mean, it's never bloody ending what he don't think he's the best at. I mean, who is
Jen?
the...
Oh, I thought I did hear your voice.
I
You're
missed
right.
you so
I missed you.
much.
Come and have a drink.
Oh, I'd love
Come and have a drink.
to.
Go on,
I'd
go in.
love to.
That two-faced bastard. She ain't coming on here again. No, I know. And that's your news. There you go. Bloody Gemma Collins. Now listen, we're taking a little quick time out, but stay with us as we're going to find out which member of our panel has actually got the X Factor. And guess what's back? Diary Room Uncut. We got it back. Don't go anywhere. See you after this. But don't mind me. But you know, these squats are why we've got the best bots in the biz. Now listen, the leftovers on BB's cutting room floor are definitely ours for the taking. But there are no leftovers in the house. Them housemates are hungry. It's time for Diary Room Uncut.
What food's in the Big Brother house?
Lentils, chicken pox, or whatever they're called.
Does it seem like there's very little food left?
Yeah, and I'm hungry. I like food a lot.
There is literally nothing I like apart from tea in there and cornflakes. But I've had cornflakes for the last 2 days. I'm beginning to feel quite ill.
Have we got any update on the Bongo, by the way? I could really do with a glass of juice. You bought tropical juice in there. It's expensive. Mine's cheaper.
Give him some fucking Bongo. Guy wants some Bongo. She's just like, I'm sick of it.
Just some Bongo will make me very happy.
Bongo, that's it. That's all we need.
Don't forget the Bongo.
How do you intend to spend the rest of your evening?
I would like to have perhaps a bowl of cereal, Big Brother.
What have you eaten today?
Avocado and brown toast with salmon.
It's very healthy.
It was nice.
I have just had cereal for the last 2 days, and I honestly cannot eat that.
It'd be nice to have a bit of butter. Chocolate. Chocolate would be really nice. And cake.
Give me a tin of baked beans or something. You know.
When you're hungry and tired, anything can happen.
God's sake, send them in some food. Start eating each other or something. Now listen, Joel says he hasn't had any. Jack wants a bit more, and the twins have been hiding them in their drawers. Yes, Eggate. Eggs. What about eggs? Eggate has gripped the house today, and I'm not joking. Just tell me. There's only one thing for it. It's a quick game of... You're right, man. That noise weren't right.
Oh, you can smell them, can't you?
Yeah. Really? Yeah. They've been sticking around, I think. Do you want a drink? You all right? Just a little bit worried. Let's, she's doing it again. Let's get on. Express delivery. No, you're going to like this one, right? Matt and Stephen, you need to delve deep into Biggin's big old basket of eggs and safely stash them into the nest egg that is Amy and Sally's drawers, all right? It's not hard. You can do it. However, you have only the use of these state-of-the-art paddles. There you go. We got them out of the shop. And if that weren't pressure enough, you are up against the clock, okay? Now, I've got a big
the clock. Oh, the clock, okay.
the cock.
Now, I've got a very special adjudicator. It's Judy Jane. Right, I love that. Adjudicator. Do you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Right, are we ready?
We're ready.
Let's start the timer. 3, 2, 1, go! It is over. It is over.
Jesus, Nelly.
How are you feeling?
Not good.
Good, lads. Adjudicator, have you got the marks?
I have indeed. We've got a draw. It's Matt got 5, Stephen got 5, but I think that Matt actually blocked Stephen, so and Stephen's the winner.
Thank you. Well done.
What is the point in cheating if you don't win?
Stephen, how are you feeling?
Coronary heart attack. I don't know what's going on, but I'm absolutely thrilled. Judy's finally given me something.
Oh, sure. Well, listen, give him a round of applause. That was a lovely game. Well done. Thank you very much. Well done to you.
Well done, man. No pressure. Well done.
And kids, remember, don't put all your eggs in one basket. We're going to be pressing polls on proceedings for a moment, but stay with us because coming up, we're going to be opening the floodgates, yeah. The tears have been flowing and we're here, hankies at the ready to mop them all up. But first, in case you ain't heard at home, between us there's an eviction on Friday. And no one's going anywhere until you ring up and sort it out, so here's all the numbers that you need. This week, Adjoa, Eileen and Sarah all face the public vote. Who goes, you decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. From a mobile, call 6 50 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. For Adjoa, add 02. For Eileen, add 07. For Sarah, add 14. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50 pence. Other landlines may vary, or you can vote via the Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. If you're watching on catch-up after that or outside the UK, please don't vote. Votes cast after lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Happy with the performances and you're happy with everything, yeah?
Yeah.
So we're cool.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
we're cool. I mean, because I do love Big Brother. You know I love it. And
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, cool.
No problem.
Cheers, Si. Welcome back to a bit on the side. Still the most attractive show on telly. Yeah. Now here's a good-looking exclusive just for you. I wish I was that good-looking, honestly.
I don't want you to leave. Maybe you should, I don't know, like make it funny or just do something to show your personality. Have you thought that yourself?
Yeah, I am.
Because I'm a Big Brother fan. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this. And the people who like do the funny stuff and do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they stay.
They stay.
So I should just be extra funny with this task, because like I said, I'm not really the type of person to say like funny things on the spot. You know what I mean?
We're not even hungry at minute, so even if you're like, not saying quit or sabotage it or whatever, but I want it to taste so bad.
You want me to what? You want to stay so bad?
So if you can make it as funny as possible. Yeah, and what I'm saying is, it's like, if you don't complete what you're doing, like, make it a bit of a drama.
Yeah.
As a Big Brother fan, I just want, I'm just trying to give you a, I need you to stay.
Right, we've just seen that. That's a little exclusive just for you. Now, Biggins, I want to ask you. Chloe's obviously saying to Adjoa there, you know, I'm a fan of Big Brother. I know what keeps people in this show. Is Chloe acting?
Well,
I'm glad to see she's doing something, because this is the first time that I've really seen her. And yeah, I think she is acting. I think she now is starting to act, and I think she obviously wants to be a producer of Big Brother.
Don't we all?
Because that's why she's giving her advice on it, you know. I mean, it's bizarre
It
sequence.
is crazy,
that.
isn't it?
Very
Judy, what
strange.
did you make of that?
Maybe she wants to flex her power muscles, and it's a way of saying I've got special power and I can tell you all the secrets and everything. But it's not what we expect from Chloe, really, is it?
No,
I
it's
mean,
really
she should be
not.
more like Harriet,
That
just
shocks
down
me.
to earth, and she sold herself as a down to earth girl when she arrived.
They are quite a sensitive lot in there, as we all are. But they've only been in there a week. But several rivers have actually been cried in there. So who needs a hug and who needs a kick up the you-know-what? Judy, why have we seen so many tears?
Several reasons. Number one, I think a lot of them went in there and realised that they weren't the people they thought they were, so they took these personas in that they really
Yes.
believed in, and then they found out, oh, actually, I'm just a kid, I'm not a street rapper, and I'm not this, that.
Christian's totally changed.
Yeah, and I think that's caused some real problems. I think there's a lot of acted tears going on in there, but then there's people like Jack, who I find fascinating because his tears were stress tears. He actually, because he's a gambler, he had that big decision to make about the car, and he would have got that same adrenaline buzz that he's had when he's been gambling.
True.
And then he came down, and that's when the stress would have come. That's why he covered his face. But you get those of them that are doing it straight to camera. They're the ones generally not to believe.
Stephen, you shed a few tears in the early weeks about Jazzy
They've done
P.
nothing compared to me, have they? Let's
Jazzy
face it.
P.
Jazzy P.
How hard is it to keep your emotions under wraps in there? Because it is a pressure cooker, isn't it?
It is really a massive pressure cooker, and I think the thing that you've got to bear in mind is you've got two types of tears. Now, when Christian went in the house, I didn't like Christian. I thought, you know, he's got the accent. He walked down the stairs and someone said, so where are you from? And he went, I'm from Reading. And they looked at him and they're thinking,
Brat,
who the fuck are you?
Have you been to Reading? It is a shithole.
It is a shithole.
Apologies if you're from Reading.
But, you know, you've got Christian, who you could clearly see they weren't fake tears. Hats off to him. He might have a chip on his shoulder, he might be cocky, they weren't fake tears. But then you've got Jade, who stood up, sniffling, you know, crying. It was obviously fake when she was doing those nominations. That was not real. And the problem I have is what worries me is someone like Christian, if he wasn't saved this week, would Christian go? Do you think Christian would go?
I don't know.
I think he'd have a good chance. I think he'd go over someone like Sarah.
Potentially. I'm going to get to Jade in a second, but I just want to quickly mention Harriet, 'cause she was one of the first people, obviously, to break down in the sort of, in the first week in the diary room, saying she had nothing in common with anyone, and she was quite overwhelmed at how successful everyone else was. Matt, what did you make of that?
Well, I think... she's like, that's more about her feeling insecure around everyone else, but they are putting on a massive, like you say, putting on a front, and they're kind of lying about how successful they are. Like people walking in going, I'm a rapper, or we're, you know, all that. He's going, unemployed, really, aren't you? And it's like that kind of thing. So I think they've intimidated her when she should just chill out and get on with it and just be herself. But they're all so young, they don't have any idea what that is. And I think that's the issue.
You think that's the problem?
Yeah, I think they're all finding themselves still, Rylan.
Ain't we all? We've seen some serious weeping from Christian, as you've just said. He's another one who's felt quite segregated. First, people didn't get him, but then it was sort of tears of joy after he received the immunity from Jack. So, Stephen, do you think he's just completely drained that reservoir now? Are we going to see any more from him?
Do you know what? As I said to you, I didn't believe any of this bravado that Christian puts on when he walked in the house. We've seen hundreds and hundreds of those people. We meet them every single day. From my personal perspective, I think Christian's going through a difficult time. And I'll tell you why. What hit Christian really hard was when Sarah mentioned about the money thing and the girls who like a guy with money, and, you know, I wouldn't go for anybody who's not got enough money. And I think Christian's obviously been in a situation where someone's turned him down because he didn't have enough money. And that's what I took from the conversation that he had.
Judy, you better watch out.
Do you know what? From my personal perspective, I think Christian's going through a hard time, and I think you get this week out the way, the old that's going on is going to stop. This Christian's going to come out a little bit higher than everyone's anticipated. At the moment, he's a bit cocksure. He's going through the crying stage. Might last a little less time than I did, but he'll get there in the end. And he's going to be a good housemate. I've got a little bit more faith this week in Christian.
With Christian, he went to UCL and did biomedical science. Like, he's a really intelligent bloke. That's a really good uni.
Yeah.
And I think he's.
I had to read up what that was.
I think he's trying to hide his background a bit as well. I reckon he's from quite a nice background and stuff, and he's a bit embarrassed about that.
I agree.
And I think as that kind of fades away and he shows the real person
we're going to see him unravel.
and he'll be a nice bloke.
I agree with Matt there.
I have to say, though, I think there's a big ego waiting to come out, because he actually thought that God had made Jack give him immunity. That's a bit of a big ego, isn't it?
We all know
That
God
he
made
thinks-
Adam.
Well,
You know,
he
that's the way it works.
And he said,
Not
that's why I'm
Christian.
called Christian. Oh,
It sort of works a bit Adam Christian. It's all,
Yeah, it's all working. All we need is an Eve. Let's move on to Jade, because you did bring her up. She's had balloons, Ouija boards, feeling like she's back at school, and in her own words, you know, she's been through she actually said whirlwind, but it was whirlwind. Drama queen or lost soul? Putting her hands up. Look, she ain't happy. Go on, girl.
She likes herself too much. She stood up and said, I'm the best thing, I look gorgeous, I'm skinny, She loves herself and...
Hang on a minute. What did you just say?
She talks to herself about her eyebrows.
So don't we all do that?
Yours aren't one up here and one down there, are they?
Oh, they are of a morning. Thank God Debbie with makeup artist is here. Matt, Jack. Jade.
Jade.
I just think she's got a massive attitude problem and has always been led to believe that she's great. And as soon as someone goes, well, you're not the best looking person, then she gets, well, I didn't even want to be invited to the party for the best looking people anyway. I hate all the best looking people. They picked on me at school. I didn't even like them. Please say I'm pretty.
Help me, please. I want to come. I've been there. I have been there. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you. I turn them all down now. Biggins, what are you making of her?
Well, I think she does have a slight problem. I think again, I think it's going to develop because I can't keep on about the fact it's at such early days. You know, we've got a long way to go. Yeah. But she does, and I think she was jealous that she wasn't voted the most beautiful girl because she does think she thinks she is beautiful, and she ain't. She ain't as beautiful as Sarah. I mean, you know.
Matt, I've got time for one quick treat. I think you've got some treats for me, haven't you?
Yeah, I do. I've got some tweets. At Jamie Lynch 1 says BBUK needs a new name. # Big Babies. I've never seen so many housemates cry so early in the series. # Get a grip. It's all part of the game.
#.
Ease up on the hashtags.
Go on, do another one. Go on.
And there's another one from Team_Eileen.
I wonder who they like.
At BBUK and at Rylan, Eileen needs a hug and needs to be told you're only as old as you feel.
Yes, girl. Yes.
She's amazing, and everyone who nominated her was a coward.
And listen, Matt is actually going to be back on the show tomorrow for his new little bit he's doing on the show. That's all I'm going to say. A little bit of a big buzz around it, isn't there, Matt?
Yeah, quite. I haven't written it yet, so we'll see.
So let's hope. Guys, listen, very, very quickly, who do you think is going to go on Friday? Matt?
I think...
Quicker.
Sarah.
Stephen?
Adjoa.
Yeah.
Judy?
Eileen.
Who?
Eileen.
You think Eileen's going to Biggins?
Adjoa.
You think it's going to be Adjoa? Listen, guys, give them a massive round of applause. Love them. Unfortunately, that is all I've got time for tonight. A massive thank you to all of my guests and our fantastic audience. What a winner. I'm back here tomorrow night with John McCririck, John Partridge, and Gina Rio will be here. Plus, Matt will be here discussing his big puzzle. And for the first time this series, Dr. Dance is coming back up. I've never done it. I can't wait. I'll see you tomorrow. No.